Hello, everyone. My name is Soumya Banerjee, and welcome to my talk titled Intelligence Across Humans, Machines, and Animals. I'll just quickly share my screen. So my talk is really delving into intelligence and taking a very multifaceted view of intelligence across humans, machines, and animals. I argue that intelligence is treated as a single human-centered concept, when in reality, intelligence is very messy, multifaceted, and context-dependent. And I argue that our current views of intelligence are very, very anthropocentric, and we really need to broaden our view of intelligence in all its multifaceted forms across humans, animals, machines, and other complex systems. It has been defined by, for example, Legg and Hutter as sort of achieving goals across many environments. And others have suggested that intelligence needs to be embodied, so that is, it needs a body. And many others have suggested that no single system, that is a machine learning system, can be best at all tasks, and that general intelligence is an illusion. And I really sort of agree with these thoughts, and intelligence is very tied to specific goals and contexts. Naturally, current AI systems struggle with simple tasks, and whereas humans use rich bias. And there's a big debate on how much of intelligence is innate versus learned. For example, Chomsky has had argued that we need a special organ for language processing, and other sort of philosophers like Merleau-Ponty have argued that intelligence is embodied and situated. All of this really hinges on the fact that we are very, very human-centered and anthropocentric in our notions of intelligence. We frequently ignore the fact that other species, such as dogs, cockatoos, and even octopus, show very, very specialized intelligence. And we tend to overvalue our intelligence and devalue the intelligence of other species. That is sort of the central thesis that I'm trying to argue for. Intelligence is also very domain specific. So when we say more intelligent, we need to ask more intelligent at what? And anthropomorphizing AI leads to a lot of confusion. And this has sort of real world implications for AI safety and AI risk. It would be better to rephrase AI as sort of optimization and planning and not just thinking. For example, Edgar Dijkstra once asked, can a submarine swim? This is naturally the wrong question, because this is a very, very anthropocentric way of looking at it, because a submarine doesn't swim in the same sense as a fish swims. These are very, very human metaphors for thinking about intelligence. And the same question can be asked for, can a machine think? Again, this is a very, very sort of anthropocentric way of thinking about intelligence. So this is sort of the wrong question. The question needs to be rephrased also, and this has implications for current benchmarks, because what we are doing is, for example, in this picture, we are asking all these species to climb up a tree. Naturally, a shark or a penguin is specialized for swimming underwater. So their intelligence is really specifically tailored for that particular environment, whereas we and other apes and sort of primates have grown up around trees and are very, very sort of arboreal species or terrestrial species. So naturally, climbing up a tree is a better benchmark for us. So we really need to hold sort of different standards of intelligence for different species and not try to come up with one single unifying benchmark. Again, this is sort of similar to the heliocentric revolution. Centuries back, we used to think that the entire universe sort of revolves around the Earth. I argue that we are making a similar mistake with intelligence. We are thinking that intelligence should revolve all around human intelligence. But indeed, I think humans are not the center of intelligence, and a broader understanding of intelligence would maybe lead to better AI design and governance and a better reappraisal of AI safety and risks. If you're interested in knowing more, please read our nice paper in the AI and Society Journal. Here's a link to that. And thank you so much for your time.